Did you hear about Capitol Hill questioning Inspector General Michael Horowitz in the wake of his IG report regarding the Clinton email investigation? Or maybe you heard about Comey saying he couldn't come testify before the committee because he was out of the country. Well, then it turned out he was actually inside the U.S. Or did you hear about how Obama's former Attorney General, Loretta Lynch, declined to testify? Or about how Andrew McCabe recently pled the Fifth? Or perhaps you've heard about how the House is now threatening to hold FBI and DOJ officials in contempt of Congress if they don't comply and send over subpoenaed documents. Or perhaps you've heard about how Peter Strzok, the guy who was tweeting those insane anti-Trump text messages to his mistress about how he wanted to stop President Trump from becoming president, is now willing to testify before the committee, in which many people are actually predicting that he could squeal on some of his higher-ups. Wait a second, the House Judiciary Committee is questioning the Inspector General about his review of how the FBI and DOJ conducted the Clinton email investigation?
Welcome, Inspector General Horowitz.
Mr. Chairman.
We will do our... Yes.
Mr. Chairman, before we hear from the Inspector General, I feel compelled to say something about a topic that is a more immediate priority. We have all seen the pictures of immigrant children ripped apart from their parents at the border. These children are not animals. Order. They are not bargaining chips. They are not leverage to help President Trump build his wall.
Mr. Chairman,
I hope
regular
that our
order.
committees can work together.
Gentleman from Virginia has requested regular order.
Delay.
We will be in recess until the Capitol Police restore order.
Never fear, a Democrat distraction is here.
In your tweet, which was of Auschwitz-Birkenau, comparing what's happening at the southern border with what happened in Nazi Germany.
As I reflected on this Saturday afternoon, I used that picture. That's the scene where families were separated.
Children are being held captive in cages by President Trump, the mean, big, bad, bigoted bully. Rachel Maddow crying on screen on the news, getting all the liberals hyped up and emotional about these poor children in cages. Oh my, I can't continue reporting. No, I can't. Then we had Hollywood celebrities coming out and making threats, terroristic threats against the president's child, saying to lock him up in a cage with some pedophiles. Ain't that some sick shit? This image of this poor Mexican child inside of a cage completely went viral despite the fact that it was a hoax, and stole the attention away from the IG report and, of course, the Clintons and the Democrat Party. The image of the child in the cage was later found out to be American children at a staged protest hiding behind a cage. Conservatives have been very keen to point out the hypocrisy of Democrats. Obama did the exact same thing. Bush, Bill Clinton, they all enforced this exact same law. So this is something that's been going on for a very long time, and you can even find articles in which it talked about how this was going on in the Obama administration. In this article, which was during the Obama administration's presidency, they talk about how young immigrant children that are arriving at the border are being detained in the exact same facilities that children recently are being detained at. If they are not from Mexico or Canada, they are required to be transferred to a shelter assigned by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services within 72 hours of their arrest. The shelters are intended to be short-term, but the average stay is about 35 days, according to the New York Times. So where was all the liberal outrage then? Oh wait, they didn't just so happen to have a Clinton email investigation hearing that needed distracted from.
We will be in recess until the Capitol Police restore order.
You've got the left over here, the right over here. They're all going at it. You got Hollywood celebrity nut jobs coming out making threats against the kids of Border Patrol agents. I mean, things got crazy fast, and boy was it entertaining. I mean, I found myself glued to the drama just like everyone else, and then I realized, what was the whole point of this drama? What is this distracting us from? Aha! That's the key, distracting us from the Clintons and how they got out of trouble when they shouldn't have. So while we're all going crazy on Twitter or laughing it up over the ridiculous drama that's going on, the Clintons are getting away with the crime of the century. What's more important, that we get sucked into the drama and entertainment and the bullshit that the Democrat media throws at us, or that we lock her up? Go to InfoWarsStore.com to support our operation and be the tip of the spear.